Greetings, family. I think I'm all together. I'm ready to go to the gym. So after my live, I will be running to the gym. But greetings. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. All right. So without further ado, because I do want to go to the gym, I am going to get this party started. I promised you all that I was going to hop on here today, and I'm happy that I kept my promise. But we're going to finish the Lion's Den, Ebony Lion. We're going to finish her video or her podcast, and I'm going to close out, and then you all can enjoy the rest of your Monday. Good evening to those on the East Coast. Good night to those in Gambia, in Africa, and good afternoon to my West Coast people. What is it? How do you do the West Side? I think it's this, right? West Side? I don't know. You know I'm not in the, but yeah, West Side, right? Happy afternoon to my West. Good afternoon to my West Coast people. Living in my soft side. Hello. Greetings, sister. All right, so let's get it popping. Let's get into this because this is where, let me make sure I need my volume up, but this is where it gets really good. So let's present this, and is this it? This is it. Okay. All right. So I'm so happy that it is raining outside. Well, is it raining yet? Stella, is it raining? No, it's very cloudy and the wind is blowing like crazy. And if you live in a desert or if you live in a dry climate, you are going to be extremely ecstatic when it rains. Y'all, we be going through droughts out here. I'm like, where are the Native Americans so I can go and do the rain dance with them? Because we need some rain. Now, what's funny is the people that live in the town, they were like, oh, it rains. One of my trainers at the gym. Okay. Y'all know Jim is my husband. That's my husband, right? And I spend as much time with him as I can. So they were like, the trainer was like, oh yeah, it rains, but it's always raining in the Native American town. I said, hold on, wait. So we can see it when we see the mountains, because you know they push Native Americans close to the mountains. So it's so quiet out there. Oh God, I don't know if I can go into. I need some Native friends, but it's always raining close to the mountains in the Native territory. Oh, it's raining there too. Woo. Now, I'm going to tell you, it'll start being windy, and we will get no rain. I'm like, seriously, y'all? But they were like, it's raining in the Native territory. And I'm like, so they are out there doing the rain dance and we're not getting any rain? I'm like, well, shoot, I told y'all, I'm going to get me a Caucasian friend. I'm going to get me a Native friend. I got plenty of Latin friends, but I'm going to get me some few Latin friends because, like, you know, I want to go camping, glamping, something like that. I can't do that. Black people like, you talk about going and playing homeless in the woods. We don't do that, Tay. What the There are some things. I want to go to Maine. They have these quads and you just riding through when it's autumn and you know how the trees, the leaves turn orange and stuff. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I need a Caucasian friend for that. Because my Black people are going to say, you think we going into the woods? Why would you want to do that, girl? You are African. But, you know, there are some things that Caucasians and other people do that I want to do. And my Black friends are like, Now, would I have my pow pow pow? Absolutely. Will I have my that pepper? I will have that spray, right? I will have. There are things that you can carry around here for self defense that I absolutely love. I feel like a white man living out here. I know what a white man feels like in America living out here in Arizona. Yeah, you can stand your ground. You can protect yourself. I said, this is amazing. We can't do this in New Jersey. Uh-uh. So let's get this popping, y'all. Let me make sure this music is down. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay. All right. So to recap, this is the finale of Art Cathey Enter the Lion's Den, Ebony Lion's Den. It's funny because I bet, Art thought she could bully people. Art is always bullying people, right? Man, somebody left me some newspapers. She was like, you gonna come get the newspapers because it's gonna rain? I'm like, oh my God, I gotta do this live. I'm like, well, it's a store, so y'all have newspapers again. I love building rapport with people in the store, building a rapport with the employees, because they really do look out for you here. Black people out here, they be like, y'all, the black people walk past me. I'm like, hello, hi sister, hi brother. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these black people here? The white people, can I help you? The Latin people, can I help you? I'm like, what happened to our people? Yeah. Swim Lock. I'm from so I really shouldn't tell people where I'm from, but Asbury Park. Yes, where Danny DeVito and Bruce Springsteen, Monmouth County in the house, the most expensive county in New Jersey we lived in. I'm like, we were poor as Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and the Mormons. But yes, I'm a Jersey girl, lived in New York. I lived up and down the East Coast, and now I'm on the West Coast. I am travel with Tay, literally. I am a Fula from the Fulani tribe, and I love business, and I love, it's like I'm doing an interview, right? But I think people need to know this about me. I need to do a video where it is, welcome to my channel, right? I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting there. I am a true Fulani. I love to travel. What? I love to travel, and I love business, and that is one of the key points of the Fulani tribe. So it's great knowing where you come from. Like when people say, what are you? I don't identify as Black. I am Equatorial Guinean American, right? But yes, Asbury Park represent. Asbury Park is totally different now. It's like, it's Soho and Compton. I'm like, what in the happy people then came in and took over and made it nice, and now they pushed us. Oh, get out of here, you peasants. Get on the other side. It's crazy. But for the people that had houses in Asbury, ooh, you could probably sell your house for like $500,000. Oh my God. Yes, it's all the rainbow people that are there. All the LG. I shouldn't be disrespectful. Well, I mean, the rainbow is what they're. That's not disrespectful, right? The LGBTQ community, their rainbow is like a That's like their logo, right? Yeah, I'm not being disrespectful. So wait, just went back home 2 weeks ago, and it's completely different. So where are you, Swimlock? Rain, I got out here to Arizona after I studied abroad in Namibia, Africa, and it was the desert. I flew out here with a friend. She had to take a weekend class she was a friend. I realized a lot of people that I think are friends that I'm nice to them, and they really be hating on me or whatever the situation. But at that time we were friends, and she flew out here to Arizona to work she had to take a weekend class for her PhD, right? So I came out here, we stayed in the hotel. I'm like, dang, they give you 2 alcoholic beverages. They have popcorn for dinner and movies, and they giving you the juice things are open, and they're feeding us. They had meals, free dinner. I'm like, I never got this from a hotel in New Jersey. Be more. But you know what? When you leave where you're born, you thrive. You really do. I noticed that. But yeah, Asbury is totally different. Totally different. I'm going to do a video. I went back a couple years ago for a funeral, and I was walking around Asbury, the beach, and I'm like, $800,000 for a beachfront property? I'm like, What? My mouth was hanging wide open. I was like a tourist. I love Arizona too. Ain't Arizona will be home. Tay Tay will always have a home here. I love AZ, but it reminded me of Africa. That's what got me out here. When I came out here with her, I was like, this is nice. The weather, every place has a pool, you know, because it's so hot. Most of the apartment complexes look like the older folks community complex in Jersey, like Swimlock. You will see some of these apartment complexes, they have a pool, they have a gym, they have a not laundry, you have laundry in your home. You pool, a clubhouse, the community thing. Most of the time when you see that, that's for people that are of a certain age, and it is, or super expensive. Out here, all the apartment complexes have pools. Now, you know, I'm not trying to live in the hood. I didn't live in the Boston Way projects or the projects in Jersey, so I'm not trying to live in the hood, right? So some of these places, their pools are like, but where I live, you know, Shrek like, she live in a ghetto. Which I lived in the ghetto. My complex got 2 pools and a nice ass gym, okay? But when you're from Trotwood, Ohio, Google it, Trottwood. When you're from Trotwood, Ohio, or you live and reside in Trotwood, Ohio, then of course you have to look out at everyone else because you live in the ghetto. Right, Shrek? Yeah. The only what was it? The only thing that was happening in her town at some point in time was they were getting a new supermarket. I'm like, even the police was like, she lives in Trotwood. Do you really want to? I was like, damn, this was a black dude. So she knows she trifling. I don't know, right, Jalen? I don't know, because I'm still learning Arizona. Like when it hit 5 years, that's when COVID happened. And then all the ish happened in the Gambia and stuff like that. And I did not expect to still be here 5 years later. I've been in my apartment for 10 years. I'm like, oh my God, right? I didn't start at Tay Tay's Boutique. Now I got space for that. I got Naturals by Shantae. I'm like, yo, I'm bursting out of this apartment. This is why you see stuff coming off the wall, because Tay Tay's moving. I need a house. But I mean, I also have a credit score of almost 800. So can Shrek say the same? You know, it's funny how people always want to disrespect you, but it's like, girl, I'm doing better than you. Okay. What's your credit card limit? Because I could put a down payment on a house with one of my credit cards. I only carry one. Capital One, what's in your wallet? That video is coming. I'm trying to get on their commercials, y'all. I freaking love Capital One. Venture X? Oh, that is the card that you need to have in your wallet. You'll see why. You will see why. I know I think it was Moonshine. That is not that person's name. Moonlight, the person that was in my lives, my previous lives, she said that the person said that they wanted to see more travel. It's coming. Let me get this out. Once I move, I will have a different light. I will have a different energy. It's just like, you ever feel like you're stuck, like you're in a place and you're like, I can't grow. I need to get to the next step. That's how I feel about this place, right? It's no longer it still have nice amenities, but the people that they're letting in here, I'm like, some Latinos were standing out in front of the office. They must have thought that they were in their backyard, in your front yard at home. This was their house. They got the car open. They fixing the car. They got the music. They, you ever see how West Coasters, West Side Latinos, they have a certain era about them, right? That's their swag, right? Jersey and us up top, we got a different swag. But they're standing out there and they drinking their beer, and I'm like, then some dude is walking behind me. I'm walking Stella. I'm like, all right, I gotta say, get him, Stella. But it's just, I don't feel as safe as I used to feel, and maybe I'm just being prejudiced. It happens, right? I don't know. I hope that that's not what, but it just didn't look right. It's like, y'all in front of the manager says, oh, we have cameras. Then she's like, oh, because we need to get cameras. I said, I thought y'all said y'all had cameras. This woman is, I swear to God, this woman must hate me for no reason because she not me. Now, her husband he looks biracial, but he the only black dude that be at the complex when they have events. So of course I talk to him. Right? He's the only one that talks to me, because any other time he's sitting there like this. So yes, we both African American. I could talk to him, but she'd be like, I'm like, boo, I don't want your man. I don't want your man. out your man like that. So yeah, Jalen, I don't know. They say Scottsdale is nice, but it's okay. All right. I told y'all it's storming, so I guess the internet just wilded out. Um and but I feel like this. I'm gonna say this, Jalen. It depends on where do you want to live, if you want to be more connected to nature or if you want to be more in the city or you want something in between. That's what makes a difference, right? Because there are some people that live out in like Mesa, Glendale, and they just have land, right? San Manuel. It's so many different places. But I'm also like, look, I don't want to live out in the West Bumble, and it's just me and Stella, because my behind may end up on the ID channel. I don't want that. So, but there are some things that I do want, and I'm gonna share it just in case somebody will do it before me. I would love to buy like 5 acres of land out here and have my acres for my home. Yes, Cecilia Rich, welcome. AC is very beautiful. Okay, you're back? Okay. Internet wowing. I feel like I'm in Africa, y'all. I feel like I'm in Africa. But I want to buy like 5 acres of land. I want to turn 1 acre or 1.5 acres into, because living out west and you live in a desert, is a lot of people travel. They go through car life, van life is a big thing with our community now. It's not just in the Caucasian community. It's big in our community now. Lights, come on. What y'all doing? All this is just wind, no rain. But I want to have like a green book, right? Y'all remember the green book where it was on, this is for African Americans, hotel where you could eat, where you could, if I have a piece of land that's an acre or 1.5 acres, people could come in with their cars, people could come in with their RVs. They will be Stella. It is. It's like reconnected. Y'all know I gotta go fetch my water. I swear to God, I feel like I live in the Gambia sometimes. It'd be crazy. Stella, relax. Come on, man. You come from Africa. It's rainy season there too. She be barking at God. She hear the thunderer. I'm like, girl, you better shut up. That's God. Remember how the black parents used to tell us, sit your behind down, grandparents. Sit down and let God do their work when it's a thunderstorm. But like I said, there are a lot of things that I want to do, but I also know that I'm African American and I know the country that I live in, right? And I know that some places have sundown times, and some places, as an African American, whether you light skin, dark skin, in between skin, it may not be safe to be in their town when the sun is down, right? Oh, now she deciding to eat. Her food been sitting there all day. Someone told me to take the food and then, to train her to eat. I said, we'll do it when I move. Right now, she can live her best life. If she hungry, she eat when she ready to eat. She better hope the cat doesn't come and take her food. That's another video y'all gonna be laughing at. I know that's why the price of living is going up, Rain. When I first moved here, the price of living was between 2 to 250,000. Now it's over 300. It's almost 400,000. Do you see how much equity I could have got if I purchased a home when I first moved here? Or if I purchased a home instead of going to the Ishhole country? Imagine where I will be in America. It's okay. I can't cry over spilt milk. But I will fight to the end to get my money back, to get my name back, to get justice, because this is nonsense. Come to Africa. Let me screw you. Let me take your money. Okay, F you. Yes. Texas, I'm kind of scared to go to. Texas and Florida. The first time I went to Florida, it was a horrible experience. I said, I'll never want to go again. I don't know. I'm certain states, I'm like, I'm good. I'm scared. With what's happening with Sandra Bland, like I travel like Sandra Bland. I'm a little nervous. Even though I want to go and check out my friend in Houston, I want to go to Killeen, Texas, where Latoya Green, she's retired military, right? Retired Army, and she just be working out and having free classes. And then she goes to Morgan's Pilates class. I want to do that. Go out there, stay for a weekend and just live it up 3-4 days. Yes. I need to get back to. You good? Okay. This dog be wowing. So I want to have something like a green book. Shout out to Global Green Book. But I want to have something like a green book where African Americans, if they coming through Arizona, travel with Tay spot. We could come there. We could take a shower. We will know that we will be safe. I want to build like the outdoor shower like they built in the Gambia, right? We can have hot water here. We don't. I don't have to worry about no hot water. You outside. Most of the time, if it's hot, you're going to enjoy that cool shower outside. Out here, what part of Texas you in? Texas is wonderful, but too many Californians are moving here. Same here. A lot of people are moving from the cold here, and they're like, "Oh, it was cheap. It was cheap when I first moved here. My apartment was $630." I said, "What the hell? My mother was like, you didn't hear them right." I'm like, I can hear. How much is your security deposit? Oh, we got a $100 move-in special. My mother was like, what? So, but the price of living in 10 years has doubled, almost doubled, right? 50% higher. Like, oh, you in Dallas. Okay. I used to be a Cowboys fan. No more football for me. Since the boycott, I was like, okay, so now my neighbors don't have to worry about me yelling at the TV. Yeah, I used to love football. But I want to have the outdoor shower, the movie theater screen with the projector. So that way, when Black people travel, yes, everything is going to be electronic. Yes, I'm going to do a background check when you book your whatever. I don't want no crazy people on my property. But for the people that are traveling and they like, look, all right, I want to go through. So they come and settle. I want to go through, if they want to go to Texas, right? They want to drive through they want to drive to Texas. Oh, shoot. Okay. Let me adjust this. I got alarms going all over. I got to be at the gym by 5:15. If not, I have to take the 6:45 yoga class, or I will just work out here. But the instructor gonna be mad as heck. She's like, I just got back from vacation. You gonna sign up for my class and then cancel? Okay, sorry. But for people to come and stay on the property, if they're doing van life, whatever, and cook out, it'll just be, where you can feel comfortable and okay, if I'm staying here, we're traveling to Texas, we're gonna stay with Travel with Tay on her land, fine, we are safe. That's my whole thing. So that's one of my dreams of purchasing land out here. And my thing is my life is not as bad. I shouldn't say that. I have access to capital. And when you have access to capital, you can live a good life in America. So for those that say, oh, I don't care about my credit, don't listen to them because they have no financial literacy. If you're living in America, you better care about your credit. How you gonna buy anything? Are you a drug dealer? Do you have a rug dealer? You just got cash? Oh, they're gonna be looking at that. How they buying the house in cash? How they spending the car? You see what I'm saying? Like most of us don't buy cars and buy houses in the Gambia. We just give you a lump sum. No, we deal with credit. So thank you, Rain. Thank you. That's what I want to do. So my whole thing is not so much focusing on my life in Africa because God has shown me this is not the right time. This is not the right time. I feel like he sent me to the Gambia to deal with this, to expose, because what are the odds? Juliet, right? And Queen Juliet is out there scamming, right? We're going to talk about land. I'm going to talk to somebody and see if they want to come on and we can have a thing about land, right? Because people want to buy land, but we need education. We need education on anything that we are doing overseas in Africa. And some people are telling you and some people aren't. Some people are like, I just want their money. So yeah, this is nice. You see this? Mind you, they just got robbed yesterday. They're not going to tell you about that. I don't know why. It's about balance with me. I got to give you the good and the bad. But for me, I'm like, okay, you still have 25 years to work, right? Mess around with this government. I'll be working for the next 30 years. I'm 46, right? But no, this is why I am like entrepreneurship. I want to be able to control how much money I make. But that's a whole different story. That's another video, right? But I don't want to focus on what am I going to do in Africa? Not nothing, because I didn't move there. I went there to invest, to check on my investment property. So that way I can get dividends every month for real estate, for someone to have somewhere to stay, because people need somewhere to stay in the damn Gambia when you're visiting. If you don't want to pay, Tamala, Tamala now, I think somebody said it's over. It's like 160 a night, one something a night. But they did upgrade. They did do some upgrading. They did do some improvements, right? Some upgrades at Tamala. So now, if you're staying in a hotel or a resort, that's where they make their money. And you go into Gambia, you're going to spend a whole bunch of money that you may or may not have, right? So this is why it was such a great idea for someone to have somewhere to stay. So I invested. I didn't expect to have to stay in Ibrahima Bangora's compound and get robbed. Y'all saw that, right? Yesterday was my anniversary of my 4-year robbery of being robbed by the alleged accused is Renee Marcus's brother and Marlon Krubali, the owner, and his okay. So Ibrahima Bangora is the owner. Isa 2, whatever her name is the power of attorney. She handles his business in the Gambia. And then Marlon Krubali was their watchman. But I'll break that down more once the case is over. Okay. I know Nehnala, I haven't seen her. I know she was waiting on that video, but I feel like once the case is over, then let me just release everything. That way I'm not limited to what I say, you know, but it's my 4-year anniversary. Did y'all see how slim I was? I kept saying, all I want is a flat stomach. I look at that picture. I said, damn girl, your stomach was tight flat. You ain't have a 6-pack, but look at this now, right? I'm getting there. I'll take a picture because I am losing. Yes, Renee Marcus's brother, her twin brother was the one. You don't see her making videos like that. They were like, oh, he wouldn't do that. Then what? This is evidence. Like, I mean, court is on September 17th. Yet, how long has it been? 4 years? 4 years. But we have, and then Juliet, what did she do? Her and Adrian opened their house to me. Thank you to me and Stella. Thank you to Guest House. Thank you. Because I didn't need money from anyone, but what I did need is people that were in the Gambia, that were Americans, to, you know, find out, okay, so she's not safe in her compound. Let's find somewhere for her to stay. No, people made videos. I'm like, that's why this unity is fake. Fake la 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 la. Sorry, y'all. I like to sing, and I can't sing worth a damn. It's like Fair East Side. Fair East Side is fake la. So la is something that Gambians put on the end of a lot of sayings. Fake la. Fake la 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 la. Because it's like, come on, we don't have somewhere to stay. This is why our Cathey and Cathey were so special, slow rereads, because if they weren't such criminals and they didn't think like a criminal, like I said yesterday, if they thought like a civilized taxpaying citizen, then they would have saw, wow, we can really make money. No. Let's party. We doing this. You using people's money to live and you think people are not supposed to say anything? Y'all are some pieces of doo-doo. That's a name in the Gambia. Doo-doo. Okay? That's what they are. So, all right. I'm going to go everywhere in this video, but I need to get back to this because that was 30 minutes. That was the intro, y'all. Thank you. But I invested because I wanted to have dividends for my retirement. I wanted to retire early. And real talk, the way I was doing this, I was on track for retirement. And when I say retire, I'm talking about working for myself, right? Being able to travel, being able to use all streams of income. A millionaire has 7 streams of income. YouTube is one, but to really put some time and effort and energy into YouTube, because I have more than enough content, Regina Maddox with your bald ass head, right? I have more than enough content, but if my mind is not right, and when I'm sleeping, I'm thinking about, oh my God, this ninja stole my car. Oh, this, that, all this crazy nonsense that happened in the Gambia. And then they say, oh, it's peaceful here for who? For the people that, oh, this is paradise. That's because you only going to with somebody that's not your husband, right? These people are a hot ass mess. So when you go there for some serious, when, you know, to be able to retire early And then this happens. So now I got to regroup. Yes, I want to give y'all so many videos, but mentally I have to take time to not lose it. Y'all saw me, I'm on here, this mother, I was angry. I was extremely angry. Okay, so Regina, I think you're my friend on Facebook, right? Living in my soft side. So Regina Maddox, I think I did a post on, I don't know if it was, if I set it to be on there permanently or expire. So Regina Maddox, she said, I was a subscriber, right? She came on here into my comments. Like, my comments are held for review, because you're not going to just come up on here and disrespect. I'm not there. Some people like, I ignore it. Jesus is still working on me, okay? Allah and all the prophets is still working on me. I'm not there yet. So I'm going to clap back. But I'm also not getting that YouTube money. I think that YouTube money make people, let me keep my mouth shut so I can keep getting this paper. Yes, I'm not there. I'm not there. And I would like to make YouTube money, but we're not going to go there. So Regina and Fajara, I think, yes. I think I know. So Regina, I guess she was a subscriber. She was an older woman. She came on the channel and she came on my page and she dropped a comment, and she just was disrespectful. Like, oh, you just want to talk about Art Cathey. And I'm like, bitch, did you lose 16K? Not with them glasses and them crochet braids that look like a wig. Yes. Good to see you, sister. Right? So she just came on and started coming for me. So I responded. I didn't curse her out. People that tell me, Tay, calm down, they will be very proud of me. But then she started, she texted, she responded, clown. I was a subscriber, forget you did it. I'm like, ma'am, oh Jesus. This is why I be in the gym. Because I'm like, you are an elder. So her page is public. So you're going to come to her Facebook page is public. So you're going to come to me and you don't know that I can go and Google and find you. And I did. And then she got some ugly dude. Okay. I don't know. He doesn't look black, right? She looks slow. He looks slow. Everybody looks slow in the house. She talk about some happy 68th birthday or something. And I'm like, ma'am, you are worse than Shrek. You 60 some odd years old. What are you coming for me for? Because if you were a real subscriber, then you would see, damn, this girl's going through something. She done lost his money. Cathey and Art Cathey then destroyed her name. Then Shrek come out the woodwork, out the woods. Where did Shrek live? What was the town that Shrek lived in the movie? But she come out the woods like trying to bite everything. And it's like, you don't even know what the heck is going on. Yes, she is a church lady. Regina Maddox most of these people are on their page. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. They should have bought a Hyundai. And then what? Coming for somebody. And it's like, so I'm like, and then when she said, oh, you're struggling channel, this, that. Wait. So if my channel is struggling, number one, I don't put the effort into it the way I should, right? But all that will come. But also, if I'm not talking about rah-rah nonsense, I also know when I used to do videos of the foundation, those videos don't have high views. When I did that live going in on Juliet, that view like 4,000. When I said, who is Shrek in Mexico? That video had 5,000. That's why Shrek was like, I gotta take that. You gotta take that video down. But if I knew how to edit and blur things out and trim it, then that video would still be up. But it's okay. It's okay. That her doing that and everything that she's doing is for a reason, and all it does is builds a case. That's what the police do, right? They sit there, they're like, police not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing, but they are writing notes and writing notes and writing notes. And then when they go to court, it's like, you did this? Yana, but this is how you got to handle people like this. This is how you got to handle people like this. And it's like, so, but this is what I say about, I told someone, I'm like, I don't know what it is about our women at a certain age, African-American women. It's like, if they had a good job and they made some money, it's like this privilege. Now, we as Americans, when we go to Africa or we leave the country, leave the United States, we do have a privilege, right? Because we're used to a soft life. We're not used to third world country lives. Maybe Cathey and Cathey are, because they come from the slums of the hood and the dead, whatever, right? But unless you out there having fun with that white girl and doing all this other crazy nonsense, most regular people don't live like that. We don't live in crack houses, right? So we have this privilege about us when we do go to Africa or leave the country, leave the United States and go to a third world country. We do have this privilege about us, but sometimes it's like, I'm right, you don't know anything. And it's like, ma'am, you just got to the Gambia. You don't even know what's going on. They just, to the point where you don't even want to deal with them. But honestly, it's okay, because if they go in there for a dude and they all sitting around with my man this, and y'all, they sitting there bragging about their bumpster. And I'm like, this is the world we live in? No, stay away from me. People like that, stay away from me, because we're not like-minded. We're not like-minded. But yeah, so that's who Regina Maddox is. I am going to do a video on her, and they like, oh, that's petty. I don't care. I am petty Betty at times. So y'all, either you're here for it or you I don't care. I don't care, because like, people say, okay, so I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get into this video. Latoya Green, the way I started following her is because people would come on her page and they would say, oh, she looks like a man. Is this a man? They would say the most horrible things. So what she does is she screenshots their comment, and then she goes to their page, and then she finds a picture and she just roasts them, right? So then the family members are like, oh, please. She got like almost 700,000 subscribers, right? So she big on YouTube. Her animals are known more than she is. Her children, 2 dogs and a cat, and they all got 3 names, last name Green. So funny. But people are saying, oh, you're not losing weight, you always in the gym. And she's like, I'm not in the gym to lose weight. She said, I'm in the gym for my mind, to keep me sane. People don't realize that. So when Regina said, oh, your big back, I'm working on my big back, man. What are you doing? Sitting on the computer and typing nonsense to people. What the hell is wrong with you, ma'am? Jesus Christ. So the family members of the people that Latoya Green were roast, they would come on there like, could you take that down? And she was like, no, I'm not. Because if this person that is an elder, some of these people have on church clothes in the picture, she'll go and find, they got on church clothes. She looks like a 304. What is she, a trick? And I'm just like, this is why young people don't want to go to church, because it's they always judging like you weren't a sinner, B. You were born a sinner too. But now since you holy and sanctified and you've been in the church, should have bought a Hyundai for 10 years. Now you're like, you're holier than someone. The Bible says, judge not lest you be judged, right? So it's just, I don't know. This is why I don't do organized religion, because people will throw the Bible at you and then throw shade at the same time. And it's like, oh, Elder Eddie Long, go to hell all the way. Do not pass go, just go there. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me leave that alone for my screen start wilding for respect. So they will come and they will say, oh, can you take this video? Can you take this picture down? And she said, no. These people are old enough to know that when they come on here and they talk this nonsense and be disrespectful, you could drop a comment, joke, laugh, blah, blah, blah. But when you come on there and you're starting to be disrespectful and insult people, then you should, if you do this in the public, then you should be shamed in the public, ma'am. So Regina Maddox, you are going to be on my lemonade special. Go and cry because your braids are... Shut up, Shantae. All right, so let's get into this, y'all. We're going to finish this up with the Lion's Den.
Is that possible? Loving you?
Oh, yeah. That is it. Okay, so let me set this up properly. So y'all remember yesterday when we finished, she was at, the song that she stopped at was Emotional Roller Coaster. Emotional roller coaster. Loving you is nothing healthy. Loving you was never good for me. So that's where she is. And we're going to start there.
You did recognize it as the worst when you gave that second chance. But things are cyclical. Life is cyclical. There's a cycle to life. You might have to repeat what you've already experienced before you see the light, and then you see the end, which is the shadow, which is the darkness. So, do you have to relive that cycle? Do you have to be on that emotional roller coaster? Well, no, you don't. You can get off. You can get off that roller coaster and you can realize that, you know what? Almost doesn't count. One of my favorite songs, like ever, is Almost Doesn't Count by Brandy, because it's absolutely true. Reaching the top is either reaching the top or not. You can't act as though almost actually counts, because it doesn't. It's either you gotta get to the finish line, you gotta run that race and get to the finish line, because just entering the race and not completing it, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. You're going to waste your time. You're going to waste your time, and you're going to repeat that cycle, and you're going to be back on that roller coaster, because there is a shadow side to love. There's a dark side to love. And we began with the end today. We began with Pick Up Your Feelings by Jasmine Sullivan, because that's exactly what happens when you reach the end of your rope. There is an end to the rope. You can only give so much, and then you realize that almost doesn't count. Here's to my favorite song, and it's really just speaking to the truth. Almost Doesn't Count by Brandy, right here on the Lion's Den with myself, Ebony Lion.
All right, so you all know I can't play the song, right, for copyright, but shout out to Brandy that's coming to the West Coast. I'm coming to see you, boo. I don't care if I gotta fly out. I'm going to see Brandy. Yes, because I go to concerts all the time, and I'm like, I'm kicking myself that I never went to go see Mike. I never went to go see Whitney Houston, and I'm like, damn, now they dead. No. Brandy and Monica. I wasn't a Monica fan, but I'm going to see Brandy. Whoever live in California, be ready to see Tay Tay, because she's flying out there. So, like I said, okay, so she played Almost Doesn't Count, right? And what I notice is when she's talking, she's not necessarily talking to Cathey, right? She is talking about the karma, the dark side of love. She's talking to her ex-husband. Now let's say this. Like I said, I think I think Cathey felt like because she bullies everyone that she will be able to bully Ebony Lion. Ebony said, all right, Cathey and Brandon, come on into my lion's den so I can maul you. So last night, Yoga told us that Brandon and Ebony are divorced. And that she got Brandon's family land. Now, okay, so let's keep going. Now, what I'm going to have to do is scan through this. Let me see. Yes, let me see. Okay. All right.
To see you there. And make sure you make a deal for my virtual.
So let me say this real quick. What I love about Ebony is, and I think this is why Cathey was so intimidated by Ebony, because Ebony, I'm going to let you hear it, a little promotion for her. Not that she needs it, but shout out to the sister. So she plays a guitar. So she's an artist and she does virtual shows, right? So I am going to pay for a virtual show sooner or later, maybe once I move. Be sitting outside with my lights and my wine and my egg swing chair, right? And then pay for that and just enjoy myself, but to support the sister. So I'm going to let this play because I want you to hear her promotion.
concert, and I hope to see you there. And make sure you make a comment and say hello, and you can also give me a tip as well. Okay, tips are accepted because every dollar counts. What goes around comes around.
At least. Now, when she says something about the tip, at least you're getting something for this tip, right? Someone that does not like Miss Lion and tried to take her husband. Now you can have the husband. You can have him. Is that why they did the GoFundMe? Because they were divorced. So he like, look, let's try to get this money. I don't know. That's a hot mess, y'all. That is a hot mess. And we know that Cathey did not have cancer. She said it was inflammation. So when someone said Brandon might be involved in it, who knows? Brandon clean this. Brandon may not be clean, because this was shot in April. She did this podcast. She recorded this April 18th, I think, 2024. April of 2024. I might have the date wrong, but April of 2024 is when she did this. So with that being said, a year later and some change, a year later, our Cathey is doing this whatever, and Brandon. I'm like, why is he on this? And then I find out they divorced. So maybe Brandon was trying to get some paper too, especially if the sister got his family's land. Woo, his family probably cussing him out left, right, and all around. But at least with the show, or she's saying you could leave a tip, at least you're getting something in return. At least you're getting something in return. It's not like our Cathey just taking your money, Phoenix Rain just taking your money, AP and Jody and just taking your money, Quasi Boy just taking your money, and you're not getting anything in return.
It is spring, but in love, in war, everything is fair. We have to consider that there is a shadow side to love. It's not always happy-go-lucky, skipping through the sunshine. That is not what love always is. There's always duality. There's always another side. And there is a dark side to love. And so, as Brandy said it best, almost does not count. We began with Jasmine Sullivan talking about come on and pick up them feelings. Ain't nobody got time for that, because we started with the end. People may not think things through, and they don't realize that their actions may bring about their own demise.
You heard that? People don't think things through, and their actions, they don't think about their actions bringing about their own demise. I'm so happy I didn't do this before, because now it hits better.
So I suggest you think things through. Take your time, really sit with yourself, do some self-reflection before you end up on a emotional roller coaster after giving that one person a second chance and it was the worst.
Okay, I'm gonna let it play, but as I'm listening to her, I just want you all to look at whatever obstacle that may be in your life, because this is, now she's talking about love. As she's talking, some of the things that she's saying is hitting me in regards to the Gambia. So she's dropping jewels.
Decision you had ever made, and you end up like El Varner and needing a refill at the bar because now you're vulnerable, because you are in the dark, in the shadow, on the dark side of love, just like the eclipse that we just experienced.
Dark side of the Gambia.
The eclipse was in the middle of the sunshine. We saw the dark side. It was an eclipse of love. There's always the other side. And then after, that person realizes that, almost doesn't count. And, you can't always fake it till you make it when it comes to love. Then you realize it's gone. There is a new song by Tank. And Tank, I just saw in concert. I went to the Chris Brown concert with my cousin. It was
so as crazy as Chris Brown is coming to town, is coming to the West Coast. And I'm like, wait, so Breezy was on tour last year too? That boy getting money. You taking a picture with him for $1,200? He is getting that paper. Get your money, Chris. Get your money, Breezy.
It's her birthday, and we saw the Chris Brown concert, and I did not even realize that Tank was going to be there. And he showed out.
Give me that.
He walked on stage without a shirt. Like, he didn't have a shirt to take off. He just walked on stage without a shirt. And I was like, okay, Tank, I mean, if you got it, flaunt it. But he also sings a song about the dark side. So let's listen to Tank and what he got to say about what goes around comes around.
All right, so let me slide through this. So Tank's song is, I'll let her tell you. Let me see. Okay. All right. Okay.
He asked a very poignant question. How did I lose you? Well, let me count the ways. What goes around comes around. You reap what you sow. Your actions have consequences. I think these are things that we should have learned in childhood, but some people have to learn the hard way as adults when they bear the fruit of their rotten behavior. Because there's a dark side to love. There's a dark side to love.
What made Brandon think treating her like this was okay? So I'm just using this, she throws shade, because she throwing all type of shade at B, right? But it's like, what was going on in his mind? What is his childhood or growing up and he got the mom and the daddy in the house? What told him, let me do this and this is right? What? I don't understand that. I really don't. All right.
I should be crying, but I just can't let it show, is what Tank said. But that is not what his outfit said when he was on stage. He let it show because I saw it, and everybody else in the room saw it. Yep, I saw Tank without his shirt, and I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it, especially as we discuss the dark side, as we experience that eclipse of love, and we step into the darkness. You're going to find yourself searching for something new. I think that's just a part of what happens. I think it's just a part of what happens. Such is life. Okay? We're here to also experience suffering, and you can try to avoid it. But again, you have to think it through. Maybe you should think about what you're doing before you do it.
Amen.
Am I right? I think I am. Otherwise, it'll come back. You will reap what you sow, because karma is a BITCH, and we're going to get right back to it. Because what some people do not realize is that the dark side of the moon can get like really dark, because we're not talking about the type of dark that is like moonlit. That's a different kind of dark, right? That's where moonshine is created, because the dark is not so dark. You can actually navigate your way through it. But there's a whole nother type of dark when it comes to relationships and love. There's levels to it. And sometimes people don't just do things that they know they shouldn't do. They actually take it to a whole nother level, and they be out here wilding out. Wilding out. Some people be out here wilding out. And let's find some examples of what wilding out looks like. Wilding out looks like not only are you deceiving someone purposely, that is definitely going to create some karma for you. Because there's one thing where you're not really understanding. Maybe you're immature, you're making hasty decisions, things like that. There's another thing when you deceive someone, and that's not that moonlit dark. That's not that 4 minutes of an eclipse that still has a bit of light behind it where I can see you and you can see me. I'm talking about that pitch black dark, that side of love, pitch black side of love, because you were wilding out. You were
She was intentionally kept in the dark. She was intentionally kept, in pitch black. They say the wife is the last one to find out, right?
purposely being deceptive. That's when you really experience what goes around comes around. And yes, you will meet your maker, you will meet the end, and you may have an opportunity to pick up your feelings. But as Jasmine Sullivan said it don't matter. You're off the lease. What comes next? After, you made someone
You're off the lease. Give me that land, give me that.
cry, but they can't let it show. What comes after that? When you are not that moonlit dark, but you in here wilding out to all kinds of different levels. So you in that pitch black eclipse. There's something else to that. This show isn't just about that very subtle, nice, oh, I slapped you on the hand, so you're going to slap me back on my hand. No, we're talking about blatant, you're the worst. Like Janae Aiko said, you know what you're doing. You're just out here wilding out with blatant disrespect. So when that type of karma comes back around, it's a whole nother level. Just like that jet black shadow side to the duality of love that we live in. And sometimes you got to meet that blatant disrespect. You got to meet that outright, you know what you're doing. You're saying something and doing something else altogether. You got to meet that with that same type of response. And that brings me to, like I started, karma is a BITCH. And who said it best? When you've had enough, Rihanna. Because it ain't about just coming and picking up your feelings and you off the lease. You out here wilding out. You know what? Maybe something's gonna have to just take you to the dirt. Just you got a weak chin, and I'm just gonna have to
Wait.
you know
She said something's gonna have to take you to the dirt. You got a weak chin. She knocked her ass out. Brandon.
I don't know. Let Rihanna say exactly what I want to say. And with that, I want you guys to join me next Saturday, right here on sandboxradio.com. Please visit my site and get your tickets and subscribe so you can see my show coming up this month on the 25th of April at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, virtual concert with me, myself, Ebony Lion. And I will give you another opportunity to get discounted tickets on next week's show. Okay?
Is that why our Cathey was singing? Because she knows that Ebony, that she can't, only thing our Cathey can do is look up at Ebony. That's all she can do. She is not even in the same race as Ebony. She's not in the same lane as Ebony. She is so far in left field, our Cathey, compared to Miss Lion. That's why she was trying to insult her.
Let Rihanna leave us with that super dark side of when you know you ain't right and you messing with the wrong one, because karma is, you know what I'm about to say,
Messing with the wrong
and
one.
what goes around comes around. Read the blog post at ebonylionmusic.net, and I will see you next week. Have a great weekend.
Hello.
Yeah.
So, in case you, let me see. Stella, no. She said, "Row." No. So my neighbor is coming home, and I mean, Stella been here for 2 years, and she still barks at my neighbor. She's probably barking at the girl that's with him. Sometimes she don't bark at the dudes because Stella thinks she's human. Okay, so listen to this, y'all. Let me see.
Your wife in the.
I don't know where it's at. Let me see.
Don't act like you forgot.
Okay, all right, there we go.
Better have my money.
Okay, so that's all I'm gonna play from that. All right. Isn't it ironic that that's the song that she closed with? B better have my money, right? She But I respect. Okay, so let me just put her back up. Let me put her back up where I'm saying this. I respect Ebony. I respect the sister. I have to say, I don't want to say, I give her props. I don't want to say bow down because I don't bow down to anyone, right? But I give her props because she handled this with not only grace, but like a true adult, even though her ex-husband wasn't behaving that way. Excuse me. I'm going to go through a few of her posts. I know it's at least 3 that is dealing with this situation. So I will share it on my community page, and I will set up another live for this. But like I said, it's ironic that that's the song that she used. B better have my money, right? You know, the fact that, you know, the first song was, what was it? Jasmine Sullivan, Pick Up Your Feelings, right? Pick Up Your Feelings. She played What Goes Around Comes Around, comes back again. What's his name? The one that wanted to be black, Justin Timberlake, right? She played something about, I think it was The Second Chance. Was that Justin Timberlake? She played Can I Get a Refill? She played Emotional Roller Coaster. Almost Doesn't Count. Tank, How Did I Lose You? And B better have my money. So I love her playlist for this, and I do agree that she's deep. I love the way she breaks things down and, you know, using things as a metaphor, and I respect her. I do. I salute you, sister, because the way you handle this, I probably wouldn't have handled it that way. Y'all see how I'm dealing with all this other stuff, but in my defense and giving myself grace is more than one thing, right? If it was just one thing, fine, but it's more than one thing that has happened to me over there in the Gambia, and I'm just like, what else? Let me get the hell up out of that country. So I am so happy that I did not do a reaction video to this last spring when she did it, because it hits harder now. Because now we have seen he's an ex. We see what she's talking about. We see, you know, unfortunately, we see the hurt. And I think that no one wants to experience this on social media. But the fact that Brandon put her in this predicament, in this situation, that's what makes things so bad. She's the wife. She didn't find out. She was the last one to find out. And then she found out by me doing a video. She didn't even know that he was with R. Cathey in Ghana. But R. Cathey want to say, oh, you come this and did it and y'all and the man and did it, and you sitting there using somebody else's man. So you a home wrecker. I'm gonna put you in the boat with Gabby Union, right? And Alicia Keys, Miss Alicia Keys, right? Because both parties were married to someone else before they married Gabby Union and Alicia Keys. So R. Cathey was a straight up homewrecker. Yes, Brandon was 100% wrong because his loyalty should have been to his wife, Ebony, and not to bald headed Peter Pan, aka R. Cathey. But they say that crazy Punani is the. We know R. Cathey is unstable. We know that she has more issues than. I mean, many of us have issues, but she has more because the way she lived her life, I'm like, she gonna get her karma. Now, since he divorced, since since Brandon and Ebony are now divorced, I wonder is he gonna marry R. Cathey? Oh, you eating all your food now? Stella used to only eat on Gambian time, but get this, y'all. I started this at 3:30. She started eating. Lunch is between 2 and 3, whatever. I mean, Mariama and Ibrahima, they eat lunch at 5 o'clock. How the hell are you eating lunch at 4 p.m., 5 p.m. at night? And then you want to feed us dinner at 11 p.m.? Y'all are some slow rolls. Okay, so, like I said, it's funny that she used "We Better Have My Money" by Rihanna, that song. And she got her money, but she got land, which is equivalent to, girl, you are a little bit richer. Good for you, sis. Because you married him and you did not ask for this. He did this. So if he on his parents' couch crying, oh my God, I'm sorry, I lost y'all land. It's R. Cathey fault. No, that's your fault. Because you knew that R. Cathey was a piece of doo-doo. What up, doo-doo? You knew who R. Cathey was. But in your mind, R. Cathey was a celebrity because she got 30,000 subscribers. There are plenty of people that have subscribers. They pay for them. What are they actually doing, Brandon? Shouldn't you have been looking at the fruit that tree was bearing? R. Cathey is a apple tree, an orange tree, and she's bearing nuts. She's not that. You can know the tree by the fruit it bears. So we see that R. Cathey is full of shit. You've been scamming. You can't show one person that has said, yes, I helped this person. You could see on in my chats, people say, yes, because you helped me. You did this, you did that. I don't need recognition for that. Because if we're going to Africa and we saying, oh, black man, black woman, black child, we stick together. Okay, you my friend, you my family. Hey, sister, hey, brother. And then we don't look out for them. But I was the dummy for looking out for people. I take responsibility for that. I was the fool. I was the fool that opened up my house to these trifling broke bastards. AP Jody and what's the child name? Light skin, red bone, blonde hair, Phoenix, right? Okay, it's 4:40. Okay. So I was the dummy because I'm thinking that people are actually behaving the way they say that they are. This my sister, we looking out for them. But when I get there, I'm like, this is not what's actually happening. There's jealousy and hate. Your YouTube channel better than my YouTube channel. Your man, he got my man got this. Man, my man got a taxi. You bought the taxi. What the hell are you flexing on? Y'all trying to flex off of broke people? What in the hell is going to damn did I move into the Twilight Zone? But shout out to Ebony for your checkmate move. Checkmate. Them bees was playing checkers and you were playing chess. Kudos to you, sister. So we will look at we will be deciphering the blog post, the podcast that was after this one. This one was named Karma. But like I said, I love how she handled the blatant disrespect of Brandon with grace and ease. And now to know that, yeah, let's see what else comes out in the next podcast. But the sister, thank you to Yoga for giving us an update on where they stand, where he said ex-wife. Kudos to you. So you did exactly what you said you were going to do. I'm proud of you, Ebony. And I feel bad that we met, sadly, so many times we meet people through trauma bonding. Trauma bonding. Say that fast 5 times. Trauma bonding. We met based off of, her seeing my video. That dude was her ex-husband was in Ghana with our Cathey. So, but I appreciate her. I appreciate the wisdom and the knowledge and everything that she has given me. And now we're going to celebrate you. Each one of these videos will be a part of your divorce party. And don't get me wrong, y'all. When I talk about certain things, I'm talking about it specifically. I am an advocate for people staying together, but if there's abuse and there's all this other stuff, then I support the victim wholeheartedly with whatever decision they choose to make. Because who am I to say, oh, she should have stayed with him? Why? With the blatant disrespect? No, she did what she had to do. I contacted a lawyer. I said, oh, she's not playing, right? We haven't talked in a while. And I'm okay with that because we bonded through trauma, but I can still support the sister, right? Because once my trauma from the Gambia is over, I know that y'all are going to see a different side of me. Now, people say, let it go, this, that, and the third. But it's like, when you are in the storm, it's hard to see anything outside of it. So whatever, like I said, whatever justice is, Ebony got her justice. And one day, whatever form it comes in, the Almighty, whatever form the justice comes in, I'm going to be appreciative of it. And throughout this time, I'm going to continue to do the work exposing these people. Or Cathey says, come to Ghana, and then you going and taking somebody's husband. He went from being this man, that's that, this, that. She just be talking. Why don't her family come and get her? And that's probably why she won't come back to America. They're probably going to admit her ASS. But I would love to know, inquiring minds want to know. So is Brandon in Ghana with Art Cathey? Y'all paid. The people that donated, Aurelia Stroud, yeah, you paid. You gave her $100. They helped to pay for Art Cathey's leasing for the next year or two. She said it's $2,000, right? A year? Is that what she said? So she got about 2 years of that. She'll come out with another scam. That's what y'all have. I didn't schooled you on bumpsters and bumettes, right? You should be able to spot one now, even though people may not want to spot. Well, maybe they do want to spot it. Oh, he's a bumpster. Let me go and get him. He going to knock it down. But do you know? Oh, Jesus. The fact that some of these women tell me that they have to tell their mate, their continental African mate, to shower before they're intimate. Somebody took a bath in someone's shower, right? Took a shower. They bathed themselves and it's just dirt there. Like they haven't taken a bath in 3 days. I'm like, well, some of these young men don't have anywhere to live. If they don't want to live the way the parents tell them to live, then they out in the streets just living. Where you taking a bath at? This is why you see people in the ocean. In Gambia, that's how they bathe. Some of them the dudes that came from prison, they've just really been released from Mount 2. They snapping on me and stuff. They didn't say anything to the Gambians because there's always xenophobia going on because people are jealous that we weren't born there. If you're jealous of us not being born there, then curse God, because God is the one that made us be born where we were and where you being born. But I think when we were leaving, because I was like, let me walk away, because I'm not taking these dudes' abuse. I'm not Gambian. Yo soy Africana Americana. Okay? I'm not going to take them. Women got to sit there and listen to the men and get this pop, 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 pop. I'm not doing that. So I walked away like, fuck them, whatever. And then I said, and I was with Bala. the owner of Envy, his brother. I was with his two brothers. And I told him, he was like, the security guard came over and was like, oh, please forgive them because they just got out of mile 2 and it was wrongful, I guess, false imprisonment. They say people in prison will do something and say, that's falling down. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm innocent. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the infraction was, but I know what happened to me in the Gambia. So I'm not believing that people are innocent because they will sit there right in front of your face. I didn't do this. And it's proof I didn't do this. What? The picture is of you, Marlon Krubeli. I didn't do this. Y'all gonna see it? Yep, y'all gonna see it. And I don't care. I don't care. So he comes over and he says, well, please excuse them. They just got out of mile 2, and they didn't do it. So they mad. They thought this is what they thought. This is what they thought. He said they thought that the prison sent you to spy on them. So mile 2, third world, a developing country means the country is underdeveloped, right? It's a third world country that they have someone working there for me to come. Why would I be coming and spying on you? I'm not Gambian. You sound like a Riri. But they will say anything. So you won't get angry. They will just, I swear, I have never seen a group of people that will lie to your face in 2.5 seconds that quick. Y'all. I said, damn, they quick with their lies. They'll say anything. Fat. So I'm like, whatever. I don't care. Y'all, I'm telling you. Someone said, when next time you go back to the Gambia, I want to go with you. I want to see how you move around because people just be coming up to you saying anything. I'm like, I don't understand. I truly don't. But I know that there's xenophobia in many continentals' hearts. And you see it when they open up their mouth. And then we seen people from Europe before. You retarded, non-brain thinking mother, son of a lover. I'm not from Europe. How about somebody walk up to you? Oh, where you from? The UK? Yeah, someone said in my perfect American accent, I said, yes, I'm from the UK. That ish was funny, right? Because there's certain things that we say only an American gonna understand. And the person said, oh, nice country. You don't even know the difference between an American accent and a UK accent. When people say, oh, you're from the UK, I said, I don't speak with a British accent. You don't hear me saying cheerio. That's not. So they don't even know geography. It's like, I just, y'all, I'm telling you, when I'm there, it's not the happy go jolly tay. I'm happy, but face, headphones, sunglasses, don't speak to me, don't talk to me. Sister, I don't have anything for you. Sister, I need to eat. Go home and eat. You're Gambian. Y'all all family. Don't come here asking me. I'm not a savior. Y'all say y'all come here with a godlike complex. You're absolutely right. It is not my responsibility to help you feed your children and sponsor your children. Go to hell. Leave me alone. I don't care. I don't care. They have turned, someone told me, like, my love for Africa is not there because of their experience in the Gambia. It's like, they're telling you, oh, it's nice here, is this, that, oh, nice country, oh, this Gambia is a nice place. And I'm looking at them like, what? I've been beat, robbed, whatever. It ain't nice for me. I can't speak for anyone else. I can only speak for myself. It was not nice for me. But I'm going to get that video, y'all. I'm going to get that video where the man robbed the people in the he robbed the man in the mosque. I'm going to get that video for y'all. I'm going to download that video so y'all can see it. So when people say, oh, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, Elder Eddie Long, because I studied Western philosophy and I studied this and well, where are your friends at, Baldy Locks? Because you don't let your friends come to your dirty ass house, right? Don't worry. Oh, I can't wait until I have time and not packing. Because I'm telling you, y'all going to be like, I'm going to drop all them videos. According to the Gambia, the men do no wrong. It will take it to the grave. That part. There's no accountability. I can't speak for Ghana. I've never been to Ghana. I can't speak for Tanzania. I've never been to Tanzania. I can't speak for Botswana. I can't speak for any other country but where I've been there, where I've been. When I went to Namibia was not like this. Yes, I saw poor people. I met the woman. She has 4 or 5 children. She's pregnant now. They living in a shack. She happy that they giving her another shack. And I'm like, man, why you keep having children? Why? This is the retardation that I don't understand. You're in poverty. Okay, you have one. Go keep having them. The man then left. So when they say, oh, we celibate, y'all are lying. These people are out here getting it popping, literally. But there's no accountability in the Gambia. The fact that someone told me, y'all know I filed a complaint against my lawyer, and I'm leaving after this because I gotta go. It's almost 5 o'clock. I gotta be there at 5:15. She always know I come running in. You late again? Yes. She works my ass hard as hell. Nala, hello, little mamas. I missed you. I just said something. Oh, I know Nala. She want me to drop the video, but I'm trying to wait until the case is over. Court is September 17th. Yes, Miss Nalage. Shoot, I forgot how to say it. I was gonna say it's been a while, but my brain just totally. Now I understand when people speak different languages. You be like, "Oh, get Nalages dega." It's been a while. Yes, but I'm just, and I'm gonna say this. I'm happy that you said this, right? Because with this comment, Cecilia Rich said, according to the Gambia, men do no wrong and will take it to the grave, right? So there's no accountability. But I feel like my spirit is telling me to wait, right? So the case is over with. That way I could just tell everything. Because with the situation with my lawyer, I told y'all my lawyer took my car and lost my evidence, right? The one that Juliet, look at you, Lulubana. Oh my God, you really learned your Willow. So the lawyer that Juliet Ryan introduced me to, right? Mr. Laman Cambo. So I was talking to a lawyer that is in the UK. Heard some disturbing things about him. I got to see if that's real. Y'all, grape is real in the Gambia. You wait till I tell y'all about someone that was allegedly graped in Renee Marcus's dad house in Talending. You don't let someone into your home and show them all your secrets and then start talking ish about them because, ma'am, I don't know. Renee Marcus, how many videos she dropped? Will she talk about the girl that was allegedly raped in her dad's home? Because Renee Marcus's brother told me. Oh, I said, you let her go to the police. Oh, well, no, because, I'm overseeing the house. And then, I'm like, so women don't matter. And then they want to treat us like a Gambian women. We not Gambian. So then when you say something, they like their misogyny, their small man syndrome, it gets all big and they, and then they got to start doing, they would destroy their whole life to destroy you. I don't understand that type of mentality. I truly don't understand that. So they want you to shut up and take the abuse. They take it. How dare you speak up? Take this abuse. Take this abuse. There's no accountability. There is no accountability. Like I said, when they say sorry, they just say that. Because, all right, gotta go. All right, y'all. I love you all. I gotta go. I gotta get to the gym. I gotta go see my man. I need my man. Okay? I need my man. My man gotta be in my life. So I need to hit the gym, and it starts at 5:15 and it's 4:55 now. I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. I will update, create a new live or whatever for the next podcast. All right. Take care. See you soon.